Making content for you guys, you have no idea how happy it makes me. It's like I feel like I'm good at it. I feel like I crush it. I feel accepted by you guys.
Anyway, you're welcome to play golf.
It means the world to me, man.
It's a little bit hot.
Never take it for granted. Never.
Before break, there are several
Never.
men who are still waiting to hear their name called.
Never.
One of the really interesting things about this draft is its depth. What are you looking at?
Well, it depends on if it's
a medium pick, but
You're tapping out
off the list that we
No, I don't think I could check.
No, I'm not tagging you.
I don't think I could check.
the G-League Ignite is an interesting prospect that's very talented.
It's been a crazy day, man.
We're still operating essentially on the first page of all of our lists, so the 19 picks have all been off page one. So we haven't had any really...
Hindi, ayan yung ano ko eh.
With the first pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Paolo Banchero from Duke University.
Wow. Paolo Banchero from Duke goes number 1 overall to the Orlando Magic. You can see him hugging his family there. What?
Very talented, and this is the range we go. We're still operating essentially on the first page of all of our lists, so the 19 picks have all been off page one. So we haven't had any really big surprises as far as guys moving up. You know, Jake LaRavia had ranked in the 20s. He went 19th. That's not a huge surprise, not a huge jump. Blake Wesley of Notre Dame. This is the range. You can see an athletic wing who's young and very talented like Blake Wesley going.
Perfect. Jay mentioned it. There's the best available, and then there's the best fit. When you're looking at the San Antonio Spurs, a group that has a fantastic young core, what do you see as the best fit?
You know what? I think you can't really pass on Jaden Hardy, right? I believe his game is going to translate in the NBA so well. He's a guy that is capable of having big nights. I'm not saying that he will come in and just be a 20-point per game scorer, but he can have those nights where he actually have 30. I can see him coming in and playing the six-man type role, getting his feet wet a little bit instead of and keep growing and developing.
Well, the Spurs, they have really exciting players. Let's see who's going to join them, sending it back to Commissioner Adam Silver.
With the 20th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Malachi Branham from The Ohio State University.
He put a little bit of chutzpah in that The Ohio State University.
Well, they just trademarked it.
There you go. So it's important. Malachi, the first Ohio Mr. Basketball at St. Vincent St. Mary's since one Mr. LeBron James. And I just love this. He said that his goals were to, one, become the Big Ten Freshman of the Year, which he achieved, and then to become an NBA player. And now that he has been selected by the San Antonio Spurs, he has achieved both. He was Ohio State's highest-ranked commit since D'Angelo Russell in 2014. Initially, the plan wasn't for him to be one and done. But, Jay, I mean, you saw this. He slowly progressed as the year went on. He looked like one of the most talented perimeter players in the country.
I think this is a steal for San Antonio. They've got a great prospect here in Malachi Branham. Mentioned he went to St. Vincent St. Mary's. You go there, you can never be the best player in school history because of LeBron James. But Malachi Branham, there's LeBron James. That's back in 2002. He was drafted in 2003. That was my first draft with ESPN. It was a pretty darn good one. But but he is a 3-level scorer. He's got a great shooting touch, really uncommon, and a very fast learner. He shot 83% from the foul line this last year. That was second in the Big Ten. He's excellent 7 feet and in. He gets to his spots. His mid-range game is outstanding. Another really good cutter, an excellent finisher, and a really good pick-and-roll handler. As a defender, he's athletic. He can stay in front. He doesn't get a lot of steals, but he stays in front. And once he got 35 against Nebraska, you knew he was on his way. In his last 11 games, he averaged over 19 points per game, shot 57% from the field. So made a huge jump late in the season, which you don't often see with young players that may run out of gas as freshmen. He didn't run out of gas. He stepped on the gas at the end of the year. I think he's going to be an outstanding NBA player. This is a great pick for San Antonio.
And what a great moment that we are getting to see now as he heads across the stage, shakes hands with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver in a fresh jacket, I might add. And Jay, I mean, you said it, a steal.
Shoutout sa boss Eliseo Petalver para sa 100 pesos Gcash
In the lottery.
donation.
He's a really talented young player. Is he a guy that could have gone?
Stalbo, thank you so much sa $5
But when
donation super chat.
even a guy like Keegan Murray, averaged 7 points a game the year before last, and last year he comes in and averages 24. You're going to see a jump. It's going to
Shoutout din sa Evan Briones, maraming salamat sa $1.50 super
he's
chat.
going to be NBA ready pretty darn soon. He's really, really talented in a league where wings that can shoot it and drive it and finish and defend are in high demand. He fits the suit.
Absolutely. Well, on the clock now are the Denver Nuggets, and they had a little bit of an interesting year, Kendrick, because Nikola Jokic, I mean, put this team on his back without Michael Porter Jr., who was coming back from injury, without Jamal Murray, who was also experiencing injury. We saw him become the MVP of the league for the second time. How do you see them faring next season, assuming that they get healthy?
You know what? They're going to be one of
Kung nagustuhan nyo ang ating live stream, i-like lamang ito bilang suporta. Mag-subscribe kung bago ka pa lamang at i-share
their best
ang ating live stream.
to turn it on when it matters.
Salamat po sa pagiging live viewers na live stream sa ating.
Five. Five, sabi niya. Sabi ko.
Michael Porter
Kabila pa.
the sky is the limit for this
Sige, 7 to eh.
He's getting better defensively, and we all know that Coach Michael Malone is going to hold guys accountable and get the best out of his play.
Well, speaking of Coach Michael Malone, let's take a look at his timeline here, because Nikola Jokic, I love that the team traveled to Serbia to hand-deliver. Get this, actually, they had to carry on the MVP
Shoutout sa
because they were
Arnel
afraid
Reyes.
of shipping
Maraming
it,
salamat.
because they didn't want to lose it.
Gcash.
And they got fooled because it looks like a big glass,
Somebody stop him.
Yeah, they had to stop him. So obviously they were eliminated
Shoutout sa iyo.
US in the first round.
Fred.
You mentioned Jamal Murray.
Maraming salamat sa Gcash donation. Mabuhay po kayo, sir.
They have a big glass ball going through TSA. They put it in the PR guy's bag because they're okay with stopping him.
I'm pretty sure TSA workers know about the game of basketball and know what the
They were trying to surprise Nikola Jokic,
They should have put it up there with the power.
So who are we looking at? We have best fit, we have best available. What do you think, Jay?
Well, the next on the list is Ty Washington, Kentucky, another Buckeye, E.J. Liddell of Ohio State. We mentioned Jaden Hardy, Kennedy Chandler, Marjon Beauchamp from the G League Ignite, and then Blake Wesley of Notre Dame.
Absolutely. Well, the pick is in. Let's see who's going to join the two-time
Shoutout sa boss Joel Carlos Reyes. Maraming salamat sa 100 pesos Gcash donation.
We have a trade to announce. The New York Knicks trade the draft rights to Ousmane Dieng, the 11th pick, to the Oklahoma City Thunder for 3 conditional first-round picks. And with the 21st pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Christian Brown from the University of Kansas.
I love this. When young men are in the stands and they make their way down for their big moment, and there he is, Christian Brown, out of Kansas. Kansas. That trade that the commissioner announced, our Adrian Wojnarowski reported earlier. But right now, this is Christian Brown's moment. Why do you love him?
Because he fits that system. He's excellent. He's a good floor spacer. And the way that Timberland run their offense with Jokic, you need players like Christian.
Shout out kay Marion Bonnet,
He's a two-way player.
Ferrer,
He defends at a high
Arnel
level.
Palamo,
He can score. He
and of course
rebounds.
Jefferson Puma. Maraming salamat sa inyong Gcash
Put it on the deck.
donation.
He's not a knockdown shooter. He's more of a streaky shooter, but he'll
Shout out sa Jomar Incipino. Maraming salamat sa Gcash donation. Ganun kay Jerome
I would
Sarmiento.
say that he's not spectacular in any one area. He doesn't have an elite NBA skill, but he's solid in every area. And he doesn't have great length. You know, he's more in a box, but you know, he's just proven that he's a really good, solid basketball player.
Well, and Michael Malone, he likes those solid basketball players. That's his new coach. And take a look. He had a special visitor in the stands. His coach, Bill Self, giving him a hug.
That was one of the mugs, like, I'm happy for you, but you should make the right choice.
Well, I mean, you want to keep great players if you got them. But now, guess where we're headed, Big Perk?
Take me to the dark.
We are headed to the dark side. The Memphis Grizzlies, they are on the clock. And if we're talking about Memphis, we got to talk about Ja Morant. Obviously, he wasn't able to finish out the playoffs with the Memphis Grizzlies. He had a knee injury, but Perk, this is your group, the young fellows that you have pegged to make noise in the Western Conference.
Absolutely, and it starts with this young man right here. Superstar written all over him. He is the culture. He is the foundation. Other people follow. And you know what? The Memphis Grizzlies has not missed in the draft over the last 4 or 5 years, to be honest with you. And I don't expect for them to miss tonight.
Well,
I really don't.
I hate to break it to you, though. This pick is not going to Memphis. It's on the move, as our Adrian Wojnarowski reported. This is the Grizzlies Timberwolves trade. So this pick, once again, the Grizzlies will select, but it will be on the move per our Adrian Wojnarowski. Jay, who are we still keeping our eye on here?
Well, some of the players we've talked about, Washington from Kentucky is still on the board. E.J. Liddell, Kennedy Chandler of Tennessee, an undersized point guard that defends very well and really good at pick and roll.
Shout out sa Samson Eduardini Fior. Maraming salamat sa 50 pesos. Gcash
Walker
donation.
Kessler from Auburn, the best shot blocker in this draft, is also still available.
Best shot blocker in this draft. Interesting.
Aaron James Olofernes. Shout out po sa'yo. Maraming salamat po.
Picked by Memphis on
Kay
the
Ezel Janine
here is
Lee.
NBA commissioner.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong mga Gcash donation.
With the 22nd pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Walker Kessler from Auburn University.
So for the first time in the common draft era, Auburn has had multiple players selected in the first round. Walker Kessler started his career at North Carolina. His father, Chad, actually played at Georgia, was a 5th-round pick in the 87 NBA draft. He was ranked the #1 player in the state of Georgia by ESPN. He's the first player in Auburn history to receive SEC Defensive Player of the Year honors. And now, his moment, as he shares the hugs with his representation. What exactly are they getting today?
Well, they're getting the best shot blocker in the draft. He had 2 triple-doubles this last season, and it's because of having double-digit blocks in each one of those games. You know, he averages 6.5 blocks per 36 minutes.
Wow.
That's really remarkable. So, and he's a
Paano i-stop yun?